The Power of Purpose. Unlocking Lasting Success with Simon Sinek's Start with Why. Why do some leaders inspire loyalty and innovation, while others struggle to create lasting impact? The answer lies not in what they do, but in why they do it. Discover the secret to transformative leadership that empowers, motivates, and drives success. In this summary, The Power of Purpose, we dive deep into Simon Sinek's groundbreaking concept of starting with why. In this audiobook, we'll explore how leaders who focus on their core purpose, their why, build stronger teams, create meaningful connections, and inspire long-term success. Whether you're a business leader, entrepreneur, or someone seeking personal growth, understanding the power of purpose will reshape the way you think about leadership and success. The Golden Circle Model. Understanding the core of why, how, and what to inspire action and loyalty. The role of purpose in leadership. How great leaders use their why to create trust, loyalty, and motivation. The power of inspiration versus manipulation. Why inspiration leads to lasting success, while manipulation only delivers short-term results. Finding your why. Practical steps to discover and articulate your purpose in both personal and professional life. Leading with why. Case studies of companies and leaders who built lasting success by starting with their purpose. Creating a purpose-driven culture. How to infuse your why into your team, organization, or business to cultivate trust and loyalty. Learning outcomes. Gain a deep understanding of Simon Sinek's Start with Why philosophy and how to apply it to leadership and personal growth. Discover how defining your core purpose can lead to more authentic leadership and inspire those around you. Learn the difference between manipulation and inspiration and how to use the latter to build long-lasting success. Explore actionable steps to find and communicate your why, driving both personal and professional fulfillment. Understand how companies like Apple and Southwest Airlines built their empires by focusing on their purpose, not just their products. Focus point 1. Understanding the core of why, how, and what to inspire action and loyalty. The Golden Circle Model, introduced by Simon Sinek in his renowned book Start with Why, is a simple yet profound framework that explains how great leaders inspire action and foster loyalty by focusing on purpose rather than products or processes. The model consists of 3 concentric circles: why at the core, surrounded by how, and finally what. These represent the different ways leaders can approach their vision and communicate with their teams or customers. At the center of this model lies the why, which Sinek argues is the most critical component. The why represents the core purpose or belief that drives an individual, organization, or movement. It's the reason they exist beyond merely making a profit. According to Sinek, people don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. This idea challenges traditional approaches, which often begin with what the products or services offered, before addressing the how, or the differentiating factors. By starting with why, leaders create emotional connections that inspire loyalty and trust. Consider Apple, one of the most iconic examples of a company that embraces the why of the Golden Circle. Apple's core belief is challenging the status quo and thinking differently. Everything they produce, from their sleek devices to their innovative software, serves this larger purpose. As a result, customers aren't just buying computers or phones. They're buying into a shared belief system. This explains the deep loyalty of Apple users, who often stay with the brand even when competitors offer similar or better products. Apple's customers align with the company's why, fostering a sense of belonging and emotional investment that goes beyond the mere transactional nature of a purchase. In contrast, many companies focus solely on the what, the products they create or the services they provide. While they may achieve short-term success, they often struggle to build the lasting customer loyalty and brand devotion that companies like Apple or Southwest Airlines have cultivated. When organizations fail to communicate their why, they can appear to be just another commodity, easily interchangeable with competitors. By beginning with why, leaders articulate a purpose that resonates deeply with their audience, creating not just customers, but advocates. The how of the Golden Circle explains how a company or leader achieves their why. It consists of the values, processes, or unique selling propositions that differentiate them from others. For instance, Apple's how is centered around creating user-friendly, beautifully designed technology that enhances the customer experience. The how serves as the bridge between purpose and product, allowing the why to come to life through consistent actions and decisions. A company that starts with why ensures that its how aligns perfectly with its deeper purpose, thus reinforcing the emotional connection with its audience. Lastly, the what refers to the actual products or services an organization delivers. While the what is the most visible and tangible aspect of the golden circle, it is only effective when it stems from a strong why. Without a compelling why, products can seem unremarkable, and customers may struggle to feel a personal connection. In contrast, when companies and leaders consistently align their what with a clear sense of purpose, they transcend the transactional nature of business and foster deep, long-term loyalty. The science of human behavior further supports the importance of starting with why. Studies in neurobiology reveal that decision-making is often driven by emotions rather than logic. According to neuroscientist Antonio Damasio, we are not thinking machines. We are feeling machines that think. The why speaks directly to the emotional center of the brain, allowing leaders to inspire not just rational decisions, but also emotional commitment. This emotional connection is crucial for cultivating loyalty, as it ties customers and employees to the organization's values, making them more likely to stay invested over time. The advantages of the golden circle. Inspired by the golden ratio, Simon Sinek introduced the concept of the golden circle, which highlights that there is more structure in life than we often recognize. Consider the perfect formations of birds in flight or the intricate, symmetrical veins in leaves. While nature can appear chaotic, it is governed by an underlying sense of order. Human behavior mirrors this. Though it may seem unpredictable at times, there are consistent patterns that guide how we act. Recognizing these patterns is valuable for understanding motivation. People don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it, says Simon Sinek. The golden circle is made up of 3 concentric layers. The core asks why, the middle layer asks how, and the outer layer asks what. While every organization knows what they do, very few can clearly define why they do it, beyond just the result, focusing instead on their deeper purpose or mission. What connects Apple, Southwest Airlines, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., and John F. Kennedy? They all chose inspiration, not manipulation, to motivate others. Though their objectives and fields varied, their ability to inspire made them successful. Clarifying your why leads to lasting achievement. Apple, for instance, excels because they've aligned what they do with why they do it, giving the company a sense of authenticity. This authenticity carries across all of their ventures, regardless of the industry. Inspiration plays a crucial role on an individual level, too. This mindset can shape everything from product development to hiring practices, corporate culture, and marketing. Success is closely tied to inspiration because it encourages people to believe in what they do. When someone works only out of obligation, they may perform well enough, but their motivation to grow or improve will be limited. However, when a leader inspires their team, employees are more likely to become ambitious, constantly striving for excellence. Focus point 2. Looking for a job that excites and fulfills you? Do you want to uncover a purpose that gives your life deeper meaning and makes everything else secondary? People who achieve long-lasting success and make a significant impact on the world share certain qualities. They inspire others by thinking, acting, and communicating in a way that sets them apart. Most importantly, they all begin with a clear sense of why. By discovering and embracing your own why, you can lead a life of fulfillment and leave a meaningful legacy. When seeking your why, follow the principles used by those who have already found theirs. These are strategies that anyone can learn. With these principles, you can create businesses or organizations where every team member has their own why, the inner motivation that drives their desire to make a difference. Take Samuel Pierpont Langley, for example. He aimed to be the first to fly an aircraft and had all the resources at his disposal, like his role at Harvard, but lacked one critical component, his why. In contrast, Wilbur and Orville Wright had no funding, no elite connections, and no formal education. What they did have was a passionate, committed team driven by their shared dream of flight. On December 17, 1903, they became the first to achieve powered flight. The Wright brothers succeeded where Langley failed because they inspired their team with a clear purpose. They started with why. Stay tuned to learn how discovering your own purpose can transform your personal and professional life. You'll also gain insights into human nature, which will help you build better relationships with others. Focus point 3. Creating experiences people love. In today's world, manipulation is the norm. Promotions, fear, aspirations, peer pressure, and innovation are external factors that motivate people to take action. The problem is that manipulation ensures transactions, but does not create loyalty. Manipulation may be effective in the short term, but only allows for temporary success. Sadly, many leaders opt for manipulation because it achieves results. We often make decisions based on our assumptions and perceived truths, but relying on false or incomplete information will likely yield poor results. Sooner or later, people become aware of the manipulation. This discovery leads to distrust and the negative impression that will keep them from interacting with the source of dishonesty ever again. Many organizations are unaware of the drivers of their business. They conduct research and draw conclusions based on the results of the inquiry. The conclusion they reach, research notwithstanding, may be faulty. Ensure that customers feel valued and understood. General Motors set out to lead the American automotive industry in market share. They did this until the foreign automakers Ford, Chrysler, and AMC entered the field. When Toyota came on board in the 1990s, GM created an incentive strategy to retain its customers. They offered between $500 and $7,000 in incentives to those who bought vehicles from them. It worked for a long time, at least until 2007, when GM lost $729 per vehicle, primarily due to incentives. The inability to sustain the incentive program led to losing customers who had become addicted to receiving cash rewards. The company confused repeated business with loyalty. People may do business with you multiple times, but that does not mean they are loyal to you. Loyal customers turn down better products and lower prices because of a sentimental attachment to your company. So, don't manipulate people into loving your brand. Instead, focus on creating brand experiences that people want to associate with. Did you know? In 2008, American buyers gave more preference to foreign cars than US-made ones. Focus point 4. Maintaining focus on purpose. Companies that emphasize what they create may catch our attention, but their products can still feel unappealing if the why behind them doesn't resonate with us. People don't prioritize what is offered until the why truly connects with their values. Even the most well-designed products or processes may not be enough to foster a sense of loyalty. When a company clearly communicates why they do what they do, it creates a loyal following of customers who share those beliefs. The products themselves may not always be superior, but people remain devoted because the brand represents their own values. Sometimes, individuals purchase items not out of necessity, but as a show of support for the company's mission. For example, many people support local businesses because they value their community, even if the purchase isn't always practical. Human behavior is often unpredictable, so businesses must account for this when planning strategies. There are only two ways to influence human behavior. You can manipulate it or you can inspire it. Simon Sinek. In the Golden Circle model, the what aligns with the neocortex of the brain, which is responsible for functions like decision-making and language. Focusing solely on the what can lead to stress and uncertainty because it overlooks the emotional core, the why, which is key to forming meaningful connections. Emotions and decisions originate in different areas of the brain, which is why it's often hard to explain our preferences or actions. Gut feelings, often associated with the stomach, actually come from the limbic brain, which governs decisions. This can lead us to make choices that defy logic or reason. When we can't articulate what our limbic brain is communicating, we experience doubt and turn to evidence for reassurance. Leaders should focus on articulating a clear and compelling vision that resonates emotionally with their team members, rather than relying on external incentives or pressure. Consistently demonstrate integrity and authenticity, which are key to building the trust that sustains inspiration over the long term. Foster a work environment where individuals feel that their contributions are valued and aligned with the larger purpose of the organization, encouraging long-term commitment. Avoid manipulative tactics such as fear-based leadership, as they undermine trust and reduce motivation over time. Reflect on core values. Identify the principles that guide your decisions and behaviors. What do you stand for? And what are the non-negotiable values that define who you are? Examine key life experiences. Look back at moments that brought you fulfillment or joy. What themes emerge from these experiences, and how do they reflect your purpose? Seek feedback. Sometimes, others see our strengths and motivations more clearly than we do. Engage with trusted friends, mentors, or colleagues to gain insights into how they perceive your unique contributions. Create a personal or organizational mission statement. A mission statement is a powerful tool for clearly articulating your purpose. It should be concise, memorable, and reflective of your core motivations and long-term goals. Test and iterate. Finding your why is not always a linear process. As you grow and encounter new experiences, your understanding of your purpose may evolve. Regularly revisit and refine your why to ensure it stays relevant and meaningful. Define the core purpose. Articulate a clear and compelling why that goes beyond profit and links to a deeper mission. This purpose should be a constant guide in decision-making and strategy development. Align strategy and culture with purpose. Ensure that both the organization's strategic initiatives and internal culture reflect the core purpose. When employees understand and embrace the why, they are more likely to deliver on the organization's mission with authenticity and commitment. Communicate purpose consistently. Regularly communicate the why to all stakeholders, employees, customers, partners, and investors. Purpose-driven communication builds trust and loyalty, ensuring that everyone understands the values driving the organization. Live the purpose in action. Purpose should be reflected in the company's actions and policies, not just in its messaging. Organizations that truly live their why build credibility, which translates into long-term success. Hire for purpose alignment. During recruitment, ensure that new hires resonate with the organization's why. People who are aligned with the mission from the start are more likely to contribute positively to the culture and stay loyal to the organization in the long term. Communicate the purpose clearly and often. Make the organization's purpose a central part of every communication, from onboarding materials to town halls and internal newsletters. Reiterate how the day-to-day activities of employees tie back to the bigger mission. Led by example, leaders must live the organization's purpose through their actions and decisions. This means making business choices that reflect the why, even when it's challenging, and consistently reinforcing the core mission. Create rituals and symbols that reinforce purpose. Purpose-driven cultures often develop rituals, symbols, or traditions that reinforce the organization's mission. These can range from celebrating employee contributions to the mission during company meetings to organizing volunteer days that align with the purpose. Measure and reward purpose-driven behavior. Incorporate purpose-driven goals into performance reviews and recognize employees who demonstrate strong alignment with the organization's why. This encourages purpose-driven behavior at all levels of the organization. As we conclude this audiobook inspired by Simon Sinek's Start with Why, let's revisit the key focus points that have guided our journey toward understanding the power of purpose and inspiration. The Golden Circle Model. Understanding the core of why, how, and what to inspire action and loyalty. The role of purpose in leadership. How great leaders use their why to create trust, loyalty, and motivation. The power of inspiration versus manipulation. Why inspiration leads to lasting success, while manipulation only delivers short-term results. Finding your why. Practical steps to discover and articulate your purpose in both personal and professional life. Leading with why. Case studies of companies and leaders who built lasting success by starting with their purpose. Creating a purpose-driven culture. How to infuse your why into your team, organization, or business to cultivate trust and loyalty. Practical recommendations. Start with your own why. Reflect on what truly motivates you, both personally and professionally. This clarity will help align your actions with your long-term goals. Inspire, don't manipulate. Focus on building relationships based on trust and shared values, rather than short-term gains. Embed your why into your culture. Whether you're leading a team, managing a business, or navigating your personal life, consistently live and communicate your purpose. Foster purpose-driven collaboration. Encourage your team or those around you to discover their own why and work together towards shared goals. Led by example. Consistently align your actions with your purpose to build credibility and loyalty. Reflecting on the overall learning experience. Understanding and harnessing the power of why is transformative. The topics covered in this audiobook, purpose, leadership, culture, and inspiration, are essential for both personal and professional success. By leading with purpose, you not only elevate your own impact, but also inspire those around you to contribute their best. This understanding is key to creating lasting success and building deeper, more meaningful connections. Thank you for taking the time to listen and engage with this audiobook. Your interest in discovering your why and improving your leadership skills is the first step toward making a positive change in your life. We appreciate your dedication to learning and growing with us. If you found value in this content, please like, subscribe, and share this audiobook with others who might benefit from these insights. Remember, the more they listen, the better they speak. Engaging with this material will not only help you grow as a leader, but also enhance your language skills, making you more confident in communication. Thank you again for your support, and we look forward to accompanying you on your journey to continued success.